Hi, welcome to video one. We're going to touch on the first element, which I feel is the most critical, the foundations of everything else, and that is the physical. This is your body, the vehicle that you own, that you have complete control over, and this is the foundation for everything else. The other two areas we'll touch on in a few days, they won't work as well if we don't nail this first one. This is, in my opinion, the most important part of the puzzle. Now, when it comes to the physical, you want your body to look the way you want it to look, you want it to feel the way you want it to feel, and move and respond how you want it to be. To do that, you have to give it the time, the energy, the commitment. And what I'll do over this video, I'll try and make it as short as I can. I'll dive into some of the problems, the most common problems I see when I'm speaking to guys, and what the possibility is, what the path will be, kind of going later down the line, and how you might be able to help yourself and really get yourself going in the right direction. And the common problem I see is that when I speak to guys, they'll give me this belief that when they look in the mirror, they hate their reflection, they hate the way they look, they feel fat, they feel disgusted, and that puts them in a complete negative talk to themselves. This then makes them feel shit, which makes them act shit, okay? That on its own then makes you feel like you have no energy. All your focus then is on work. All your energy goes into what you have to do, which is your work and your meetings and your projects. So that when you get home, all your energy's gone. You're done, you're drained, and you don't have time for the kids, you don't have time for your wife. And isn't that the whole reason you're doing this for? Isn't that the whole reason you work? You work to provide your family and your wife, your kids for a better life, yet when it comes to it, you haven't got the energy to actually spend that time with them. And when you are there, you're not even present because you're vacant, you're not present in the room, you're busy scrolling on your phone, and you're just too tired. Daddy's been working all day, he's been up early, he's been answering emails, in meetings, he gets home after he's done the errands that he needs to do, getting the kids here, there and everywhere. He then has to answer emails, chase up this, chase up that. And with all that demand outside of his family and outside of his time, he becomes drained, hasn't got that capacity to then spend the energy and the time with his loved ones, the reason for why he wants to do it. So where can we go on that? In terms of the way you feel fat, you feel disgusted when you look in the mirror. That's a good thing. Okay, that means the pain is there, that means you're ready, it means you want to make a change. We just have to tap into that and make a decision. Okay, without that pain, you're gonna find it hard to keep going. You're gonna find it hard to have a big enough reason to get moving. Okay, if you were okay and you looked in the mirror like, oh, I don't look too bad, tap the belly a few times, it's not that bad. So-and-so in the office, he's got a massive belly. I'm all right, I don't look as bad as him. But if you're in deep enough pain so that you feel it and you want to make a change, then that's good. That's where we need to be. We need to be disturbed. We need to have that pain point to really make a difference and a change. You may have started and stopped diets and gyms, joined the gym, maybe you've gone for 4 or 5 weeks, started off great, you were going 3, 4, 5 times a week, this is awesome, started losing a little bit of weight, and then by that 4, 5, 6 week period, you're slowly starting to tail off in terms of, your time spent in the gym, work's getting busy again, you haven't got the time to commit to it, and before you know it, your weight has gone back to where it was, or worse, it's gone higher, and you're back to square one or further back. Now, these sort of things, if we only had that discipline to stay the course, then we wouldn't keep going back over these loops. Okay, so these are the common problems I see with guys. Another big one is time. I haven't got time to go to the gym. I haven't got time to look after myself. If we don't have time for ourselves, for our own bodies, then we're pretty much fucked in this, all right? You must and you can find time There is not a good enough reason that I've ever had as to why they can't find half an hour, 40 minutes, an hour in their day as to why they can't exercise. If you can't look after your body, the most important thing in your life, because without it, you aren't here, then you might as well turn this off and fuck off, because you aren't going to do anything on this program. But if you are, and you know you're just making excuses as to why you haven't got time, why you can't get up a little bit earlier, why you can't go after work, why you can't do something in your lunch break, why you can't rearrange something, find some sort of time, there is wiggle room in there. Do you spend too long in bed? Do you sleep for 8 hours? You don't really need 8 hours. You can reduce these things. There is always time to find. You just have to be willing and committed to finding that time. If it's important enough, if that pain is there, then you will do it. If it's not, then you won't. So there's some of the biggest reasons I see with guys, moving forward, they lack the time, they lack the energy, their kids poke their bellies, and again, this is the pain point that we see. They're poking their belly and, oh, daddy's got a big belly. And they make a bit of a fun about it. Kids are innocent. They don't know psychologically how that's affecting you. You wanted to be the cool dad. You wanted to be the dad that was always playing with them, doing things with them. Not the one that they were like, dad's always on the sofa. He's too tired. Dad's been at work. I don't bother dad. He comes in, sits on the sofa, and that's it. Is that what you wanted? Is that what you envisioned when you had children, when you saw yourself having a family when you were younger? If it is, then cool. Stop the video, go chill, go do what you want to do. But if you wanted more, if you wanted to have that connection with your kids, if you wanted to be able to play with them in the garden, play football or gymnastics or whatever it is and whatever your children are into, then you've got to commit time to yourself. You'll hear people say, well, I haven't got time, it's selfish, I need to spend time with the kids. It is selfish if you do not give yourself time. Because if you don't give yourself time now to correct your body the way it needs to be, in 10, 20 years' time, where will you be? Will you be around, potentially, if you keep going along this path? If this weight keeps creeping up, things like diabetes, heart disease, heart attacks, all these things start creeping up as you get a little bit older. The risk factor becomes a little bit more higher. So you're being selfish if you don't give yourself the time. You're selfish because you're not giving your children you when you're older. Yeah, you're giving them now and they see you around when they're younger. But as they get into their 20s, their teens and whatever else, and you clock off early because you didn't put that time in at the beginning, you're going to miss all that. So start thinking about where you want to take things, where you want to take your life, what kind of impact you want on your children and those around you, and start making a commitment now as to why you want to do it. If the pain is there, then you will do it. But look, it's not all doom and gloom. No matter what state you're in now, we can get you to where you want to be. It just takes a couple of things. It takes commitment, it takes willpower, it takes discipline, and it takes hard work. But if you want to have that flatter belly, if you want to be able to walk around with your shirt off, go take your kids swimming because you don't ever take them swimming because you're scared of what people might think. If you want to be able to, have muscles or have some sort of definition, look more powerful, look more attractive, have more confidence, more focus, be more productive, be more present in your in your day, in your work, in your kids. If you want those things, then it takes that choice, that decision on your part. You have to make that choice. I can't do this for you. If you come on board with me later down the line, great, we'll get you there. If you don't, I will still carry on. My life will continue. The question is, how far down the hole are you willing to go before you actually make a change on what you want to do and where you want to be? So look, let's start laying out a path. Let's get clear on where we want to be and what you need to do to make a difference. First up, we get clear on the facts. We get clear on where you are right now. Complete honesty. If we can't determine exactly why you are where you are, how you got there, and the reasons as to why you're still there, and the excuses that you're making, and the lies that you tell yourself as to why you can't get out of this hole, then we can't go any further. That's number one. We need to get clear on where we are, how big we are, fucking whatever size waist, whether we've got moobs, no moobs, whether we're skinny fat, where we look like we're okay, we've just got a big pot belly because we drink too much alcohol. Whatever it might be, we just need to get clear on where we are right now. Complete honesty, open book, no lies, no bullshit, just clear facts on where we are. Once we've done that, we can get a clear goal. We can set where we want to be. We know where we are, now we need to know where we're going. What do we want? Where do we want to take it? Do you want abs and to be ripped to shit? Do you just want more energy? Do you just want to be able to feel good in your body? Feel attractive to your partner? Take your shirt off when you're on the beach, when you're on holiday? Little things like this that we take for granted in certain situations that make a difference. So we get a clear goal, a measurable goal. Okay? How much weight? When do I want to lose it? By what time? I want to lift this much weight by this date. We get clear and we get it measurable. So we know which direction we're going and whether we're going up or down or whether we're going closer or further away. So that's the first things we'll be doing. Then we're going to lay out a plan. Because without a plan, we're fucked. Beginning of every week, you will, in your diary, you will make clear as when you're going to the gym, when you're committing to those exercise sessions, when you're going to start pre-cooking, your nutrition, you're going to pre-bake some meals so you can take to work, so it will stop you snacking on the buffet at work when you're in the meetings. We're going to look at certain areas, what foods that you should maybe cut down a little bit, take some away. It's not saying you can't have fun. It's not saying that life should all be about chicken and broccoli, all right? But this is about being realistic. You are never going to get the body you want by eating shit all the time. You're not. And if we can exercise to build you up, then that's going to help us. All right, it's going to make it easier for you to sustain it. So first up, we get clear on the facts, we get a clear goal, and we get a plan in action. Underneath this video, guys, there's going to be a button somewhere that will allow you to go to an assessment. That assessment will dive into that first part, the facts. It will show you and hold up the mirror as to where you are right now. And it will allow you to get clear on where you are so we can move forward going from there. I strongly urge you to go forward and click on that button, get the assessment done, and really dig into why you are doing what you're doing and why you're here. Let's stop this procrastinating, let's stop all this shit, and let's get moving forwards and commit. So, hit the button right now, go do the assessment, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.